Hello, welcome to the Motivational Stories podcast. I am your host, Ricky Lahiri, and today's story is called Martina Navratilova and the Defection, the Prague Springboard. Martina gripped the worn tennis racket in her hand, its familiar texture a grounding force amidst the swirling anxieties churning in her stomach. It was a crisp Prague morning in 1975, the air sharp with the promise of autumn. Yet, for Martina, the chill seeped deeper, a reflection of the turmoil within. Today was the day she would defect from Czechoslovakia. Born Martina Navratilova in 1956, tennis had been her language, her escape, since she was a wisp of a girl with pigtails. By her early teens, she was a prodigy, dominating the Czechoslovakian circuit. But her talent was a double-edged sword. The government, caught in the grip of a repressive communist regime, saw her not just as an athlete, but as a pawn, a symbol they could control, exploit for propaganda. Martina, however, craved more. She yearned for the freedom to choose her coaches, travel the world unfettered, and compete for her own glory, not the state's. This yearning collided head-on with the tightening restrictions placed upon her. Tournament wins were met with demands for a share of the prize money, her travel itinerary dictated, her training meticulously monitored. Tennis, her passion, was becoming a gilded cage. The turning point came at the 1975 Federation Cup, now Billie Jean King Cup. Leading her team to victory, Martina caught the attention of Jimmy Connors, the fiery American tennis champion. He saw in her a kindred spirit, a rebel yearning to break free. A covert conversation sparked the embers of defiance. Through Connors, contact was made with officials from the U.S. Tennis Association. The plan for her defection was hatched, a risky gamble with potentially life-altering consequences. Fear not at Martina. Leaving behind her family, especially her mother, Jana, a pillar of strength, was a heart-wrenching decision. Yet, the thought of a life lived on her own terms, a life where she could chase her dreams without shackles, was a powerful motivator. The day arrived, disguised as just another tournament departure. With a forged passport and a heart pounding a frantic rhythm, Martina boarded the plane to Vienna. The first leg of her escape was complete. Yet, the journey was far from over. Vienna was a tense waiting game. Anxiety gnawed at her as hours bled into days. Would the American officials come through? Was her gamble about to backfire? Finally, the confirmation arrived. A plane ticket with her new alias Martina Navratilova, taking her stepfather's name with the customary feminine ova ending, was her passport to freedom. Landing in New York was a surreal experience. The cacophony of a foreign city, the vibrant energy, the sheer openness of it all, was overwhelming. Yet, amidst the initial disorientation, there was a sense of liberation. This was her new beginning. The path forward, however, was far from smooth. Accusations of betrayal trailed her. The Czechoslovakian government stripped her of her citizenship. The tennis world, a close-knit community, viewed her defection with a mix of curiosity and disapproval. But Martina was no stranger to adversity. She channeled her frustration and loneliness into her game. With her fiery serve, her audacious volleys, and her aggressive baseline play, she carved her niche on the court. Victories at prestigious tournaments silenced her critics. The rivalry with Chris Evert, another tennis titan, became the stuff of legend. Their on-court battles, a clash of styles and personalities, pushed both women to new heights. Martina, the relentless aggressor, versus Chris, the baseline master, their rivalry transcended the sport, captivating audiences worldwide. However, her defiance extended beyond the court. Martina, openly lesbian, became a champion for LGBTQ+ rights. In a time when homophobia was rampant, she used her platform to advocate for inclusivity and acceptance. This unwavering stance drew criticism, but it also earned her the respect of a generation yearning for equality. The years that followed were a whirlwind of success. Martina redefined women's tennis, amassing an unparalleled record of 18 Grand Slam singles titles, 31 Grand Slam women's doubles titles, and 10 Grand Slam mixed doubles titles, a staggering total of 59 Grand Slams in the Open era. She held the #1 ranking for a record 332 weeks, her dominance etching her name indelibly in tennis history. But for all her accomplishments, the memory of that fateful day in Prague remained etched in her memory. The defection, a gamble fueled by courage and a desire for freedom, wasn't just about escaping a stifling regime. It was a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a story of chasing dreams against all odds. Martina Navratilova, the Czech girl who dared to defect, became a global icon, a symbol of resilience, and a champion not just on the court, but for a more just and inclusive world. Her journey, however, wasn't without its challenges. In 1981, after defecting for 6 years, she had the opportunity to return to Czechoslovakia for a tournament. The emotions were a tumultuous mix: nostalgia for her homeland, the yearning to see her family again, and the lingering fear of what awaited her. The visit was bittersweet. While she was warmly received by fans, the government maintained a frosty distance. It was a stark reminder of the chasm that still existed. Yet, Martina persevered. She built a new life in the United States, forming deep friendships and finding love. She even reconnected with her mother, Jana, in 1985, finally bridging the emotional gap created by her defection. Through the years, Martina became a U.S. citizen, further solidifying her new identity. Her activism continued. She used her celebrity to advocate for social and political causes, from fighting against apartheid in South Africa to raising awareness about HIV/AIDS. She spoke out for persecuted communities, her powerful voice resonating across continents. As her tennis career began to wind down in the late 1980s, Martina transitioned seamlessly into the world of coaching and commentary. Her sharp wit and insightful analysis brought a new dimension to the sport, inspiring a new generation of players. The story of Martina Navratilova doesn't end with retirement. In her later years, she continues to be a force for good. She champions initiatives promoting LGBTQ+ rights, advocates for mental health awareness, and tirelessly challenges social injustices. Her fiery spirit hasn't diminished one bit. Martina's legacy transcends trophies and titles. She epitomizes courage, resilience, and the unwavering pursuit of freedom. She is a reminder that even the most challenging circumstances can be overcome, that one person, armed with conviction, can make a difference. Martina Navratilova, the girl who dared to defect, became a legend, but more importantly, she became an inspiration, a testament to the human spirit's boundless potential to defy limitations and fight for a better world. Thank you for listening. If you like the stories I tell, please follow the podcast and subscribe to it to get the latest notifications about the release of episodes. You can also follow me on X, previously known as Twitter, to get the latest notifications regarding episodes. I have provided a link to my X profile in the description section of the episode and the podcast.